D2 is not so bad.
Bishop D2. Yeah, again, these knights, we were highlighting these during the game, how these, I'm sure that gave you great pleasure in sort of, it was not just one knight on the rim, but two knights on the rim were very, very dim in this game. And
Obviously.
So Kramnik played bishop f5, e4, bishop g4, knight g3. And
I assume his idea was to play rook d1 here. I thought bishop f1. Frankly, I didn't see any long variations here. I just thought that next move bishop e3.
Carlsen came up with a long variation.
I think next move bishop e3 and white is winning.
Right.
So that's probably what he missed.
Okay.
Because then this whole sequence doesn't make any sense at all for black.
Right. So returning to the game, queen went back to f7, and now you played bishop f1, and we sort of admired this position because you put both your bishops back on their original squares.
And they're really well placed.
That's what exactly. We were sort of in awe of that, actually. And still, these knights are so badly placed, and you really made that apparent over the next few moves because, of course, bishop e6 and now queen c3.
And now I was really enjoying my position.
Right. And here, of course, it looks like he only has one move, rook a8, otherwise he loses the piece. And now rook b4, that was another move we really liked here, threatening rook a4s and stuff. When did you start sensing that actually it was getting beyond advantageous, but actually winning for you?
At this point, I mean, here I started to look for a forced win even. So.
We were looking at his body language, and it was sort of deteriorating by sort of around this point. He was really looking uncomfortable. So
yeah, I could sense that as well, that he wasn't going to put up much resistance. Yeah.
And so, okay, queen d7, f5, bishop f7, and bishop f4. And we were sort of discussing in the room here when we were commentating that if we rewind back here, a lot of us players, including myself, would be quite content with just playing a move like bishop d2 or bishop e3, just getting that bishop out, getting it a bit active. But what you managed to do is sort of develop it to a more active square on f4, and really sort of pummel this knight into.
And now even e5 might be a
and
threat.
e5's in the air.
Takes, and then rook g4 and doesn't
right.
look bad.
Okay, so let's just say because it's black's move.
Let's say he plays knight b7.
Knight b7 and now e5.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to play.
And takes, and now this rook is of course coming across here, and that is pretty awful, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too. Kramnik did dance with the queen at the end. We thought if there's going to be any chance he can sort of swindle something, it would be around here. But again, you just played a sort of very pragmatic move here, didn't you? King f2.
Yeah.
Everything's safe. And it was amazing how quickly it just folded. Knight b3.
I think he realized that knight b3 was losing.
Was losing.
Wanted to get it over with.
I mean, does he? Could you see anything else? We couldn't see a knight move, a rook move.
No, I really not. I thought his best move was something like queen d8 or something. Just
right.
And then again e5 would probably be very strong.
And sort of it was around here, bishop e2, queen b1 was forced, and then this move, bishop c4. And after he took that, you just played this calm move again. Didn't particularly threaten anything, except just left him in total zugzwang.
Yeah.
We were looking at every piece is either pinned or cannot move.
Yeah.
So that knight is pinned to the queen, and the knight is pinned to the rook. The bishop is pinned to the king, and the knight can't move. Which normally means the position's bad, I think. So here we sort of understood it was going to be over quick. Was it actually here he resigned?
Yeah, he resigned.
He resigned here. So
he is probably getting mated or losing a lot of material.
Well, I think it's a great game. I think that deserves a round of applause. just a few more questions. Obviously, tell us a bit about the guys who aren't really aware of what you're currently working on, who you're working with. Some chess player, I believe, sort of you've done some sessions with. How's that going? And give us a bit of background on that.
Well, I've been working with Garry Kasparov for most of this year. And he's giving me advice on openings and a lot of psychological advice. For example, today he told me that Kramnik might be uncomfortable in the kind of position that arised, and he was right about that.
We did see him logging in actually occasionally, so I'm sure he would have seen how the game unfolded. I'm sure he'd be very, very pleased the way things went. With regards to sort of your immediate plans, are you continuing that work with him then? Is that sort of the most important part of your preparation at the moment?
Yes, it is. It's very important for me, and I'm going to continue working with him in 2010 as well.
And this is your first time in England, obviously your first time in London. First, just initial impressions. Have you actually had a chance to visit the city yet?
No, not really. I went to Wimbledon yesterday, but apart from that, no, not really. But I will have a free day, and I will also stay in London for one more day after the tournament. So
well, if you can, go to a great stadium. It's called Stamford Bridge. It's not so far away.
I did give Magnus the choice of stadiums because there's a big Premiership day the following day, and after turning down the obvious Anfield, he decided to go to White Hart Lane.
Oh right, you went okay. Well, certainly made a better choice than going to Anfield, especially at the moment.
I nearly withdrew his invitation.
Well, what else can we say except been a pleasure looking at your game today. Really, I'm sure the crowd will agree. We've learned a few things on sort of how to play subtly yet really lethally. We wish you all the best for the rest of the tournament. Hopefully, you'll come in and give us a few more talks about your games. Been great having you here. Hope this isn't the last time. Thanks to Malcolm for putting this event on. He's made a massive effort. But here, the star of the show today is Magnus. So a big round of applause for Magnus.